fast moving out to the sea. On a ship bound for St. John's, 3,000 miles away. A human cargo, my comrades and me. Fare thee well, green valleys, God keep you the same. If in only my mind you'll be. I am sailing dark waters to far America. Nevermore my green valleys to see. It hurts me to think of the things I left behind. Though the famine has blackened the land. And to look now for something that I may never find is a problem that's now close at hand. There's a fever a-raging and the winds have died away, and our journey will no longer be. Though the plague is a shadow that lingers night and day, warmer thoughts of green valleys I see. Fare thee well, green valleys, God keep you the same. If in only my mind you'll be. I am sailing dark waters to far America. Nevermore my green valleys to see. Nevermore my green valleys to see.
Okay, we're going to do a little ditty. It's a thing called the Black Velvet Band. It's probably the most requested song we have, and we're going to feature Marion Linton on fiddle, my good friend Steve Marshall on mandolin, and yours truly, Glen Reid. So here, collectively, we're Fiddler's Green. So here we go with the Black Velvet Band. In a neat little town they call Belfast, apprentice to trade I was bound. When money's an hour of sweet happiness I spent in that neat little town. Till bad misfortune came o'er me and caused me to stray from the land, far away from your friends and relations, for to follow the Black Velvet Band. Here we go now. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds, you'd think she was queen of the land. And their hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with the Black Velvet Band. One morning while walking down Broadway, I meant to go very far, when I met with this fickle-some damsel. She was selling her trade in the bar. When I go out, she stepped from a customer and put it right into my hand. On the very first time that I saw her, had a look to the Black Velvet Band. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds, you'd think she one more time. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds. You'd think she was queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band.
You know, as the years go by, I catch myself just looking back, pondering a few old remember whens, thinking of all the people who have passed through my life, the ones that kind of fell by the wayside. Old friends and old lovers, each in their own way helped shape me to be the man I am today. Through the spirit of youth comes the wisdom of maturity, the sad reality that we may never meet again. But were it possible to reach out to all those gentle hearts, wherever they are, or whatever they be, down whatever paths their lives have taken, I'd wish them every happiness with all God's speed. Where have the old friends all gone? And what has become of them all? We're wild, young, and reckless, living the dream, and the living would go on forever, it seemed. Oh, where have those good years all gone? Years filled with laughter and song, when that fickle old moon worked its magic in June. Oh, where have the good years all gone? Where have those old friends all gone? And what has become of them all? We're wild, young, and reckless, living the dream, and the living would go on forever, it seemed. Oh, where have those good years all gone? Years filled with laughter and song, when that fickle old moon worked its magic in June. Oh, where have the good years all gone? When that fickle old moon worked its magic in June. Where have those good years all gone? The days of my childhood, the good times gone by, we camped by the river and spur line. The lure of the railway, it was a part of my life. Dreams of riding the rails is on every boy's mind. Told tales round the campfire till the last ember died. Bathed from the heavens, 'neath a million starlights, in my gentle slumber I heard a train whistle whine, and then I boarded a fast freight somewhere in the night. Yeah, the scream of the whistle, hear it echo in the night. Through the canyon she thunders, on cold steel she rides. Feel the rumble of the diesel, o'er the trestle she flies. Dream the dream of the hobo by the old railroad line. Line's abandoned, it's just a sign of the times. All over the country, they're tearing up lines. What held us together were these ribbons of steel. Now they're calling it progress, I just can't breathe. I long for the old days, those gentle times. I can still hear the whistle, I can still hear the wine, I can still smell the cold thyme as I walk across times. In my dreams I can ramble, in my dreams I still ride. Hear the scream of the whistle, hear it echo in the night. Through the canyon she thunders, on cold steel she rides. Hear the rumble of the diesel, o'er the trestle she flies.
Here's a set of Irish jigs.
A 1, 2.
The sails were fast, the lines were cast, as she moved out from the quay. Aboard a brigantine, the tall ship leans westward over the sea. And by his side, his tender bride, sweet Annie, fair but child, with tearful ways they fondly bathe those dear hearts left behind. No greener green was ever seen than the hills and valleys wide. The same old hill, the rocks and rills, was in their father's time. When landlords rule, a man must do what is his beck and call. So the only home they've ever known was never theirs at all. And it's o'er go the rolling foam across the endless sea. You take your chance on distant lands, pray to God you see those gallant souls with just the hope of what tomorrow brings. When my father's father first set foot in this country, it said the land to which they go is a grand old sight to see. There's miles and miles of fertile ground, the promised land indeed. Now Canaan's land holds out the hand that begs no more to roam. With blood and sweat and sacrifice, they'll make this new land home. And it's o'er go the rolling foam across the endless sea. You take your chance on distant lands, pray to God you see those gallant souls with just the hope of what tomorrow brings. When my father's father first set foot in this country. Now here I stand, a lucky man, I've land and liberty, and to my sons I'll pass along this hard-won legacy. And to the ancient ones of old, their wisdom still holds true. I swear with all that I hold dear, their vision I'll see through. And it's o'er go the rolling foam across the endless sea. You take your chance on distant lands, pray to God you see those gallant souls with just the hope of what tomorrow brings. When my father's father first set foot in this country. When my father's father first set foot in this country.
A little whiskey before breakfast.
shared love in the springtime and a summer long ago on the green, green grass of the river bank where the gentle waters flow, abandoning all innocence, surrendered to the day. For she was fair and I was young, and love had its way. By the bend in the river, by the spread of a willow tree, a spot down by the water was oh so dear to me. We swore to each other, vowed both heart and soul, blinded by youth, searching for truth, so little did I know. If love can be so fickle, it's a careless word or deed, that a jealous heart knows no bounds, the victim of deceit. If anger fuels the fires of rage with a lifetime of regret, that I lost it there so long ago, I never can forget. By the bend in the river, neath the spread of a willow tree, the spot down by the water runs cold, dark and deep. Betrayed and unfaithful with her wild and wanton ways, cold was the wind and cold was the rain, and cold was my heart that day. An old and lonely man, travel everywhere. I've been around this tired old world, can't find peace nowhere. I'm drawn back from where I started, that fateful summer day, to face the demons in my past, my sin and my shame. By the bend in the river, by the spread of a willow tree, the spot down by the water reaches out to me. For the last time I held her pleading eyes besieged, beneath the tide those lifeless eyes staring back at me. By the bend in the river, by the spread of a willow tree, and now those cool dark waters will soon wash over me.
And we didn't think a whole lot of it. It was just an album filler, you know, like something to put on the album to take up space. And then lo and behold, the Irish Rovers recorded, and then a couple of groups in Ireland, well-known groups, recorded Tommy Macon and the Wolf Tones. And before you know it, everybody in Ireland's recording, and they're starting recording it over here. And there's probably 30, 40 recordings out there of it now. And I noticed that on the YouTube, Alana's playing me the YouTube thing, there's a half a dozen people singing on the YouTube.
So I thought, well, we're going to change that. We're going to make a copy of it tonight. She's shooting. That's Steven Spielberg over there in disguise. She's shooting a movie of us. We're going to do this song called My Green Valleys that I wrote in 1970 for the YouTube audience. Oh, the seagulls are calling, the wind is in the sail, and she's fast moving out to the sea. On a ship bound to St. John's, 3,000 miles away. A human cargo, my comrades and me. Oh, it hurts me to think of the things I left behind. Though the famine has blackened this land, and to look now for something that I may never find is a problem that's now close at hand. Fairly well, green valleys, God keep you the same. If it only my mind you leave. I'm sailing dark waters to far America. Evermore my green valleys to see. There's a fever raging, the winds have died away, and our journey may no longer be. Though the plague is a shadow that lingers night and day, former thoughts of green valleys I see. Fairly well, green valleys, God keep you the same. If in only my mind you'll be. I am sailing dark waters to far America, and evermore my green valleys to see. Evermore my green valleys to see.